What's up? Been a couple days. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I actually haven't even been trading for like well, I think I got like one trade in last week. I was in the hospital on and off and just had some problems with the brain. I think it was just like lightheadedness and confusion and stuff like that. I almost fainted at one point a few weeks ago. So like that was a scare. And so I think what it is cerebral hypoperfusion, which is just kind of like a post-cold symptom, but I have a lot of other kind of smaller issues that contribute to the side effects being a little bit worse than the average person. But regardless, I think everything is good. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling all right. And we did get a trade last night. Got a nice swing entry that I had seen. I didn't mean that. Move that alert. Yeah, so I saw a nice little swing entry here. What I was looking at was if we didn't come back for this range initiated demand level and completely clear this fair value gap, what I was expecting was to well, continue onwards. We had some kind of bullish structure. I think it was like 15-minute bullish structure. Hold on, let me double check here. Yeah, so we had the change of structure here, quite clear. This is on 12 minutes. Hold on. Yeah, you can quite see that. It's just very clear, very beautiful, looks nice. It's not on like super low time frame structure. So we got the change of structure and the break of structure bullishly at the same time. And so this is where I was looking for my entry, but I wasn't like, I set a limit. I did set a limit. And you could say that this like internal structure up here was broken. But that's what I was expecting. I was looking for a liquidity purge one last time because I didn't think, you know, if we're not going to take out this really weak low, then we'll probably at least purge some liquidity here before we go up, right? So that made the most sense to me. Also looking, I think I was like 1 hour market structure. I was looking for 1 hour market structure to essentially form, in which it did. Yeah, so we got our 1 hour break of structure right there. I guess you could say here it was like a break too. So it looks clean, it looks good, everything looks good to me. We completely smashed through this demand area, or sorry, supply area, and I think we're at the equilibrium of the current range, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just double check that really quick. Let's get rid of this. All right, so from here to, let's say until we broke out of the range with the deviation. Yeah, so we're pretty much at the point of control, I should say, not the equilibrium. The point of control, which is pretty much the equilibrium, I believe. Yeah, it is. You can see that right there, except now we would probably want to move this down. So, whoa, what did I do? What did I do? Let's get rid of these alerts. Clean this chart up a little bit. All right, so let's get rid of that. And I guess we can get rid of this stuff. Last week, this is gone too. Well, we'll keep the fair value gap there for now. Guess we'll just reduce it maybe for fun. Very insignificant, not really a big thing to me. The only thing right now, I guess, is the week low. We do want to keep this supply level up here. But what was this? This was probably a 1 hour. 1 hour? No, maybe a 30-minute. Yeah, it's a 30-minute order block. Okay. All right. So yeah, anyways, I entered this long last night because of that. It looked really good. It looked very nice, especially in the 30-minute. On top of that, I was seeing with the market cipher B here, I was seeing very nice bullish divergences on the 1 hour, on the 30-minute, the 15-minute, the 5-minute. Like there was some beauty. Now those had already been hit and we were already taken off, and that's why I was looking for that nice little test of the previous day low or somewhere within that area. Obviously I kind of front runned it a little bit. I've already taken my profits. I took an 80%. I probably maybe should have taken less. And anyways, I'll just be watching with what happens. You know, I could be closing out at 108 here or something like that. You know, or you know, who knows? Things can change. Yeah, I'd prefer to take this high though. And so I'll probably be looking. So this is a swing long, I guess, unless it gets closed out today. I don't know. I guess still a swing long. And then I'd be looking for potentially maybe some swing shorts as a hedge too. So again, going and looking at this range here, This could be an all right area, you know, maybe a purge of this high, like an SFP, or even like a reaction off of supply zone, and looking for a bearish break of structure, or maybe a 5 to 10 minute, and then maybe shorting that down. Hopefully we take out that, if we do that, we take out that poor low and come into this range initiated demand level. That could be a pretty good play for a short, a swing-ish short, depending on how fast the markets move. What else do we have here? So let's check out our negative point of controls, back out into a 4-hour really quick here. All right, yes, a lot of them. Okay. So yeah, slightly below, we do have 99,196, which pretty much matches up to the previous one. We get smashed through that. We've also got, and this is ugly. Hold on, let me lower the time frame a little bit. And skip the song. All right. Okay, so these are developing. Yeah, we also have like 1018 or so. 1018. I don't know if I'd want to see it go down that low. Like, I'd rather see it continue its bullishness as it is. I don't really want to see it go down to 1018. So we got our developing. Okay, nothing really here. So yeah, if we purge this high and came up to like 109,650, this could be a really good area to short. So I'm gonna draw this whole area in as like a POI here. So just because we got our supply level, it looks like we got another supply level right above the POC actually on the 2 hour. I'm gonna go ahead and draw that out. Nice supply order block. And I'll add an alert there. I think I've already got an alert here. Probably an alert of the SFP. I think I've probably already got one, but whatever, let's go ahead. I don't want to enable alerts because they're looking ugly right now. All right, well, yeah, I mean, anyways, Bitcoin could go for the all-time high. I mean, like, again, it could just be a deviation and a really nice swing short all the way to the range low. But we'll see. It's shooting up pretty nicely. So is MES today. ES is doing great. Dow Jones is doing great. Nasdaq's obviously doing great. Oil's not doing that great. Anyways, let's check out maybe Ethereum. I didn't get my Ethereum order in, which sucks. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete all this crap. That looks way cleaner. Okay. Same with this. I don't even. Yeah, we don't really need that. Okay. Let's go back out to a 4-hour here. So this was a nice low. We do have, what is this? Why do I have a supply? I think this is supposed to be a demand level. Yeah, it's a 1-hour demand level. And all right. Yeah, so again, same kind of thing as Bitcoin. If we do come here, there's obviously a very nice long opportunity. I really should have gotten into this as well yesterday, but it's pretty much just following the same thing as Bitcoin right now. Let's go check out the volume, the fixed range volume profile. Yeah, it's probably, we come up to there. Where's our range equilibrium before that? Yeah, I mean, it could work. Hold on, I gotta change the music. This is terrible. I'm just not feeling it right now. There you go. Cool. So yeah, for Ethereum, pretty much like the same play. As for shorts, though, I guess there could be a deviation of the high here on the 2 hour. So like its current range high, could play that as a potential Wyckoff model, but that feels like that's been overextended. We take the high here. No, we didn't. Okay, so yeah, it's overextended. It'd be like the 4th tap, right? It'd be kind of ridiculous. I'd hope for a breakout actually in that case. So yeah, I don't know. Nothing really looking good on Ethereum to me right now. Let's go check out some of this stuff. Popcat, what's Popcat doing? Popcat is dumping like the shitcoin that it is. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, well, what do we have more locally, I guess? Locally, looks like a great short. No, I'm kidding. But it might be. We took some liquidity out, maintained bearish structure potentially. But if we broke here, this would be really interesting. This could be signify some kind of reversal in this bearish trend that we've had for a while. So yeah, that could be even there, but like here, I would say is way more of a significant level. Interesting. Okay, so going back to, let's just check out the 30 minutes. What's going on here? Nah, I don't like it. What about Farcoin? Oh, okay. Farcoin kind of like broke its bullish structure. Well, I guess we're ranging in. But yeah, we didn't really break, just wicks. That's kind of a break, but is this a range or is this a top? Get rid of that. Get rid of all this. What is all this? There we go. All right. It looks like it wants to break down. It's been SFPs. We did get a 4-hour break, but it was very shallow. Don't know how much I like that. Such a wild range for this 4-hour. Checking out the 2-hour here. We could end up just ranging here. That could end up being a range depending on what Bitcoin does. Going to 1 hour. Yeah, there's nothing I like that much about Popcat here. Fartcoin, I should say. This is Fartcoin. It is kind of, it's relatively explosive with this bullish break of structure. It did kind of the same thing as Bitcoin, came back, S&P'd, but it's really poor lows. I think what I would look for if I wanted anything in here would be some kind of missed level here. See if there's anything in here like the Bitcoin and Ethereum, like if there's anything last to come for. Yeah, it's not looking like there will be. I mean, I'm sure you can always find something, but we kind of dipped into that. 30 minute. Just it looks like dog poop. I mean, it is Fartcoin, but yeah, to me, it's. Hold on, what the heck is happening here? There we go. All right. Okay, we got a 15-minute order block. About as low as I'm gonna go on that, and I call that demand. That's our last demand level for Fartcoin that I care about at all. I really don't care about anything else. But that would be a very significant fall. And right below that you have... I guess it's not a significant fair value gap. No, it is. It certainly is. Partially mitigated though. I don't know. Yeah, so that would be the only place that I'd be interested in. If we come back from here and Bitcoin looks like it's resolving its own and it's gonna push back up. Yeah, it's pretty much like the same thing as Bitcoin and Ethereum play, but this could be obviously a way better risk to reward if you're able to really get into a really tight scalp based off of what Bitcoin is doing. You know, like, be really nice scalp, but not entirely interested in it. Because going back to Bitcoin, see what we're doing. Let's go down to a lower time frame structure on Bitcoin. So we're just hanging out at this POC level of the range that we broke down from. Kind of forming this internal, I don't know, 5-minute range. There could be some range plays up here we can play. Yeah, we could be looking for an SFP of the previous day high. We could also be looking for the SFP of 104,650. That could be a great place for our longs. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my alerts on. Yeah. What about Q zones? Yeah. Okay, so Asia did its normal thing, right? Asia dumped like always. And London's doing its thing like always, pretty much nothing. The nothing burger. So anyhow, we do have some dumping that's happening. And yeah, I'd pretty much just play this as a range. It looks like we broke out of this kind of more, I don't know, 2-3 minute range area. Nah, it wasn't really even a range. It's more like downward structure and then a mini range. Damn, markets are dumping right now. What's going on? All right. No, it's not that bad. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I could see a deviation play for one of these. You know, if we deviate the lows, we could probably get into the long potentially if we get a valid break of structure. What is going on, trading view? Jesus. Okay. But be a little bit careful because we do have that fair value gap in there, and we haven't come back to really mitigate any kind of demand, as well as, yeah, just other things. So definitely watch out for that. If you do have footprint charts, you could be looking at that for looking for trapped shorts on the breakdown. As for the short from the previous day high, I would still like to come higher. I would like to see an objective fulfilled, like potentially taking out this high at 106.5 or so. You know, I'd rather see that. So really strong SFP, essentially a really strong top, close back within the range with the break of structure bearishly occurring somewhere in between. And then hopefully we get a little retest and then we can enter a nice juicy short, probably scalp it, maybe convert it into a swing depending on how things go. But that's really all I'm seeing. I'm not seeing much for today. I'm really not. At least not for Bitcoin, not for any of the shit coins, not for Ethereum. Ethereum is pretty much the same as Bitcoin right now. Probably get some better risk to rewards with it. Certainly, but yeah, pretty much the same thing. So I don't need to really rechart anything there. So that's what we're looking at. There is this demand level, like I said, down here. Like I said, if we come for here, I would just expect that we take out this piss poor low. In fact, we could take out both of these piss poor lows, right? We got some bearish liquidity there, bearish liquidity trend line. So yeah, we come to this order block. I would assume that we'd purge these lows, slam into this nice range initiated demand level, then come up from there. So I would be definitely cautious on any kind of longs from this area, just because I don't see it being a good area to long from. I really just don't. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be staying out of that. There might be some longs at like, 95 or something like around there. I don't know. We'll have to see. Take it level by level. And yeah, some potential shorts. Like I said, purging this high as the order flow objective and then coming down would be really nice. So seeing a break of structure bearishly after that, probably a beautiful short. I'm gonna get rid of these alert lines. Beautiful short there potentially. Other than that, for shorts, yeah, 109.6. Hold on. Yeah, 109.6 or so, where the naked daily point of control is, as well as this the supply order block. I think that's a potentially good place to short from. As for longs, if you're not already in a swing long from last night, I really don't want to see us break 102. Probably if we lose previous day mid, I don't know how bullish I'll be. Yeah, if we lose this, it could just be a continuation of downward structure, right? Especially if we don't S&P that high. And if we do S&P that high, also a really good short option because we got a targeted low. So yeah, there's certainly some things here, but I don't know where I would really want to long from. Day mid. Yeah, 102 would be like the line in the sand. I think if we lose that, it's really bearish. But if we get a nice reaction somewhere here in a lower time frame, we flip up, then there could be potential longs opportunities, maybe at like previous day mid. Yeah, I would really rather favor shorts, even though I'm fairly bullish. But I've already got a swing going on. And if we do come out, take out 102, maybe if we take out yesterday's previous day mid, I'm gonna just consume this. I'm gonna consider this to just be a continuation of bearish market structure, right? And I think that we will break down even further and purge this really bad low. So that's really all I've got for today. I'm sorry I haven't charted for like this for a bit, and so I'm hoping that I'm hoping y'all appreciate it. If not, well, that sucks. But I'm pretty much just recording what I would be doing for charting in the mornings anyways. It's not really morning. It is Chiang Mai, Thailand. So it's 2:38 p.m., but it is 38 minutes past London Open. But this is kind of what I do is I usually chart around London or sometimes pre-London. I look at any kind of potential trades that I might make, set my alerts, and go and do other crap. And if alert goes off, I look for confirmations and I look for trades. And other than that, I have a good day. I go get some sun, ride motorcycles. You know what it is. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you appreciate the content, go ahead and maybe give me a like or dislike if you don't. Subscribe if you'd like to. If you'd like to hear more of my shenanigans and see my charting. My charting does speak for itself. It does pretty damn good. Even for my videos back from, what was it, like last week, I don't know if I made any, but the week before that had some pretty decent trades, some good trade setups that I had talked about. And then today, yeah, we just have that swing trade. Let me see if I can pull up a Mexi P&L picture thingy. Why does Mexi take forever to load these friggin' photos, man? Hello? Alright, I guess I can't get it up, but it sounded horrible, but yeah, the Mexi like P&L photo's not showing up, so I guess I can't show it. You'll just have to trust me. Trust me, bro. But anyways, yeah, maybe I reloaded it. No, it's just gray. Whatever. Maybe we'll get one later. I might update for New York. I'm not sure if I will. Probably not. Maybe. Definitely. Who knows? But I'll definitely be making a video for tomorrow, probably around the same time, and we can see where things go, where things are at by the time that we hit New York Open tomorrow. All right. See y'alls.